Hoarding, advice from a friend. Where do you go when you need advice from a friend about clutter or decluttering or hoarding, or maybe you have a family member that just has way too much stuff and you want to help them, but you don't really know where to go? All right, I'm Angela Brown and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question and I get to help you find an answer. Now, over the last year, we have been bombarded with house cleaners that have gone back into people's homes after the COVID pandemic, and they have discovered a whole bunch of extra stuff. And they're like, whoa, where did all this stuff come from? Well, where it came from is during the pandemic, there were a bunch of people that said, oh, look at me. I have all this free time. And so I'm going to go through my storage unit. I'm going to go through my scary room. I'm going to empty out all the drawers in my house and I'm going to organize them all. I'm going to empty out all my kitchen cupboards and I'm going to organize them. I'm going to go through my garage. I'm going to go through my attic. And people started unraveling stuff that they'd kind of like pushed away in their homes. Along with the uncovering, we started having some real conversations about, why is this in my house? How did it get here? Do I have a tendency to buy stuff like this, and am I hanging on to stuff that I no longer need, want, or use? And so what we found was that in order to bring the best answers to the house cleaners that are going back into people's homes is advice from a friend. Now, we trust our friends, right? But where do we go to have these really uncomfortable conversations about like, hey, I was going through my kitchen cabinet the other day and I discovered that I have too many spices. And then the person you're talking to is like, oh yeah, I have too many spices too, and they're probably outdated. We should do something about that. And then the conversation continues. Did you know that I had 15 salt and pepper shakers? And the other person says like, oh, I got a few of my own. And we start having these conversations, and the advice from a friend sparks something in us that makes us have a conversation with ourselves about our own stuff. So what I'm doing is this. I'm writing a book. It's called Hoarding, Advice from a Friend. You're my friends. I need your help, because what we're doing right now is we're going to create a resource that we can share with other people to put them in touch with their own stuff. So if you or someone you love has a particular scenario, and I don't know what the scenario is, but I've wrote a whole bunch of questions, and the questions are simple and easy to answer filling out one form. So I'm going to leave links in the show notes to that form. And I'm going to ask if you have a couple of minutes, jump in there, see if any of the questions apply to you. And they're questions like this. When you go shopping, do you buy more stuff when you're hungry or when you're full? Easy question, right? So the next question might be when you're decluttering your house and you're like in one of those mad rages where you're just pulling stuff out. Are you more productive in the morning or the night? Are you more productive if someone else is helping you or if you're working by yourself? These are some things that are going to start helping us see patterns amongst each other. Go, wait a second, I do that too. And it's going to help us get in touch with our own stuff. I'm really excited about this project. It's a little unprecedented for the type of stuff that we normally do. And I'm really excited about it because one of the things that I've seen over the last year is as people come together and they start sharing their opportunities and their experiences, we start realizing we are not alone and there are other people going through the exact same stuff. So if you want to be part of this book project, come on over and participate with me. I'm really, really, really excited about it. And everybody who participates will get a copy of the book for free. That's kind of like your payment for sharing your stories with us. But it's called Advice from a Friend. And I'm really excited that we're going to have this as a resource so that people who are kind of like, I want to help my family members. I don't know exactly how to help them. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know where to start. This is just going to be a whole bunch of little stories and snippets that are going to help make them realize, oh, wait a second, now I saw this person work through this, I can work through that too, right? It's a message of hope as advice from a friend. So come join me. And then come over to our Hoarding World group, which is a Facebook group where we share stories and we share support every day to help each other as we deal with our relationship with stuff. Alrighty, that's it for today. I'm super excited at the thought that you might come participate with me in this project. Until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.